Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind happypuppytruffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys another fun project for Hinamatsuri and give you guys another free printable that you could download from my website. And I'm going to share with you guys how to make up some of the kind of setup for Hinamatsuri. And I thought I'd start today with making the little emperor, the Hina boy, and then I'll have the Hina girl as well, and then I'll also have some printables for some other parts or pieces to things for this whole kind of display, and try to make it all to scale so that you can have your very own kind of little Hinamatsuri display at home. So I thought I'd show you guys how to fold this using the paper that we had from my website, and this is just the basic steps for folding the Hina boy if you want to look at that too, but I'll go through all the steps with you guys so you can see how it looks. If you cut out the paper along those dotted lines, you'll get something that looks like this. So what we want to do is start with our color side facing down. I'm just going to go ahead and fold my paper in half into a big triangle, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. And then, with the little flaps here on the right side, I'm going to fold in half again. And we're just going to make some preliminary creases here to kind of mark where things are. I'm going to start off by taking this top left edge and rolling it down to the bottom. Now there's a lot of paper here, and it's really easy for this to kind of shift and get weird on you, so try your best to keep it straight. We can adjust some of these folds if they're off a little later, but you want to get that folded over. Open it up and then do the same thing from the other side too. It helps sometimes if you kind of work towards that bottom and give yourself a chance to kind of pinch and get this to kind of come down right. And then you should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to need scissors for this origami, and what you need to do is cut along this center line that you have here. I'm going to cut right along that, right up to where all those other creases meet in the middle. So just right up to there. It's okay to overshoot it just a little. You don't want to be too shy of it, because then the folds we'd make next won't match up right. So I've got that part cut away. Open everything up, looking at the white side here, and then I'm just going to take each of these little flaps that I've created and fold it back to the center. And this is where, if you want, you could kind of adjust things, because some of it might have gotten folded weird because you were just kind of folding it on top of itself, not really making accurate folds. If you want to make sure that everything kind of comes together nice into each of those places, this is a good time to do that. And I'll just go around and do this for all, there's a total of 8 of them, 4 points that we're doing this for. So you should get something that looks like this. Now I want to first start by creating a nice mountain crease with these big long creases that go to each of these peaks. So you just fold down and make sure that the crease is really clear. We want to make these creases so that we can collapse this whole bit of origami into another shape. So we want to first just get the preliminary creases defined. So just make sure you get this all folded right along those big long lines. And then the shorter creases that go in between these peaks, I want to fold in half down so that I'm making a valley crease. Get a good part going there for both of those. And then when you're done, you could kind of just pinch and shimmy things around until you could get this nice little kite shape here. And you should have these different sides, and you'll notice here we've got this part where there's the face, and we want to keep in mind that that's where the face is going to be. And but first we want to go ahead and fold all this over here so we can get the edges kind of defined. So if I take this top right point here, fold it over, get a good crease, and then just open this part up and smush it down. Return that flap back over and do the same thing on this side. And then we'll just flip it over and repeat these steps on the back as well. So you wind up doing this process 4 times. We've got the front 2 done, and then I could turn things over and do these 2 in the back too. Try not to put too much, pressure on where the face print is, just because you don't want to run off any of the ink that's there. The other areas, it's not too important if it gets a little bit of a crease mark, but sometimes, when you fold stuff like this, because this is just printed ink and not like true handmade paper or something, the color can sometimes fade away or show creases. So I've got that all folded over. So I should have the little part here with his face and then this back part that's blue. And what I want to do now is I want to take this first right flap and just fold it over for a second. And I want to take this little right leg that you see, fold it all the way up to that edge of what we've made here. Make a little crease. Open things up in the middle so that we can push this in here and reverse it inside. So I want to bring that middle crease together to create a mountain crease. Pinch down on the sides and then just push down and let it pull up to create this nice little point. Now I'm going to take this edge and bring it to the center, and it's actually off center a little bit from what we've done already. So open things up in the middle, let things shift down when you do this so that you can get this to fold down nicely to create this new shape. Then go ahead and take that flap that we had where the face was and fold it over. Fold one more time, and we're going to repeat those steps here. So again, just folding up, getting a crease started. Reverse that. Take this part here and bring it to the center again and opening up in the back so that you can get a new crease from this since it's off a little bit. And then we can go ahead and fold that flap back over. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take all of this and fold it straight up as far as it'll go without causing too much tension. Make sure everything is lined up in the center when you do this. Once you've gotten that part folded up, then I just want to fold straight down to the bottom tip right there. And then take and open things up for a second. I'm just going to pinch this part for a little bit. You've got that nice little crease line. You want to cut across that. We're going to create a little pocket where the head can tuck into. I don't want to cut all the way across. I do want to cut at least halfway, if not just a tiny bit more. Open things back up again, and then you should be able to stick this head part right into that little pocket that we just made. And you should be able to get this nice little completed little head section here for your doll. And then we're just going to take the back part here and fold it straight up, right even with these points. Try to get those as lined up with that as you can. Try to keep things straight, of course, too. Go ahead and tuck it inside. When you tuck it inside, tuck it to the very backmost section. You don't want it up here, you just want it in the very back. And that way if you want this to stand, you can still allow it to stand up when you're done. Then we can go ahead and take each of these flaps here, and I'm just going to go ahead and tuck it into each side. And you're just tucking right into these little pockets that you see here, and you could just kind of push down so that this edge is even with the edge that you see here. Now you can either leave it poofy out like this, or you can crease it down. That's just a point of preference of how you guys want to do things. But like I said, it does stand up, or you can lay it flat, smush it down flat for projects where you're going to maybe glue it down for something. But that's our completed emperor for Hinamatsuri. And then we'll be making the empress later on as well, along with some other extras for your display. And again, you can get this free from my website to download anytime. So I hope you guys can enjoy that. And like I said, we'll have more fun things to celebrate Hinamatsuri, which is March 3rd in the days to come. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!